Hello, William. My name is Brian. I've been in this arena, the flat versus globe arena, for almost 10 years now. I understand that you are running, from what I understand, that you are running this trip to Antarctica in December or something like that of this year, 2024. And that the reason you're doing it, from what I've gathered and what I've heard you say, is that you want definitive proof of whether the Earth is a globe or a flat plane. Okay, a rotating globe or a flat stationary plane. Okay, now I have already requested the very thing that's needed to prove that in the past from people like Wolfie 6020, the commercial pilot, and other commercial pilots on your side, on the globe side. And they will not get that which I've asked for, which is the pitch data, the official pitch data from several international flights that can be shown to have happened and whatever. But it's the official pitch data from the plane themselves. So not a video of someone not a video of someone taping the attitude indicator or something. We need the official pitch data, because I have the data, right? I have all the pitch data that I need, but it's not official. I need the official stamp, because that official stamp will prove or disprove whether the Earth is a globe or it's flat, because it's official. People will accept it. If I produce a video of someone taping an attitude indicator for several hours, that would be good, and people would like it, but it's not official. I want something official. Now, you are on the same line. You are looking for something that absolutely proves or disproves whether the Earth is a globe or a flat plane. So you want something that will show whether it's a rotating globe or a stationary flat plane. So the pitch data is that thing. And I'm going to go through a few points here, just to change the screen here, just give something different to look at. I'm going to go through a few points here that will show you that this is much, much better than what you're about to do. And this is far more, this is not arguable. The pitch data is just, you can't argue with it. Because the pitch data will show, right, whether the pilot is accounting for the curvature of a globe Earth or not. It's that simple, right? So there's no way around it. Okay, I'm going to go through the points that show that it's a much better plan than what you're about to do. Okay, so this is what I request of you. I would request you to go along with this plan and forget about your other plan, because this is far more, rock solid. Okay, so perks of pitch data instead of Antarctic observation. Perk number one: no risk of injury. So there's no risk, because the whole point of this is that the pitch data costs money, according to Wolfie 6020, who's on your side. I'm sure you will easily be able to contact him if you don't already know him. And there's other commercial pilots, or people who claim to be commercial pilots, on your side. So the pitch data is available, but according to Wolfie, he can get it supposedly, but it costs money, right? Now you're going to spend money going to Antarctica, right? To bring people there and go through a load of rigmarole, and there'll be insurance and all the rest of it. Not just, there's a load of things that's going to go into this. So you're going to spend money anyway, right? But if you get the pitch data, right, you will still spend money, right? You will still spend money, but you won't have, number one, you won't have any risk of injury, because it's just data, official data from some official airline companies like Qantas, Lufthansa, like I just showed, Cathay Pacific, British Airways, Air France, American Airlines, whichever, right? As long as they're official companies, Boeing, whichever, I don't mind, as long as they're an official company that can be trusted, okay? So there's no risk of injury. If you bring people to Antarctica, there's a risk of injury. People can fall, break their legs. There's all kinds of stuff that can happen. So that's something that's immediately, there won't be any risk of injury, because no one needs to go anywhere. There's no need for anyone to leave their house, no need to do anything, right? No one's going to fall over in Antarctica if they don't have to go there in the first place, right? Number two, no risk of argument. If you're going to have flat earthers and globe earthers in the same place, there's going to be a risk of argument. Okay, people are going to argue, especially if they're sour grapes. Especially if they're sour grapes, right, in some way, shape or form, there's going to be an argument. Or if there's past history, which there will be, right, past history between the people you're bringing, there's going to be past history. So you have no risk of argument. So no risk of injury by accident and no risk of argument and injury by argument. So straight away, there's two major perks. Number three, no risk of the weather preventing an outcome. So it doesn't matter what the weather is because the pitch data will be the pitch data regardless. The weather has no bearing on pitch data. Whereas if you go to Antarctica, you don't know whether the weather is going to be correct or incorrect for you to get the observation you're looking to get, right? If it exists, right? The weather can get in the way of that. So even if it did exist, the weather could stop you from seeing it. A big waste of time and a big waste of money, right? Number four, nobody needs to leave home. So nobody needs to take time off work. Nobody needs to leave their family. Nobody needs to pay rent on a place that they're living in that they won't be in. Nobody needs to do that, including you. You don't need to leave your home. All you need to do is get the pitch data, pay for the pitch data, right? And, Wolfie will get it for you. He knows where it is. He can get it. It's just off the black box, whatever. All these things, whatever it is, all these things can be got. It just costs a bit of money I didn't have. Wolfie wouldn't get it. None of these other people will get it. So maybe you will get it, or you will get it, because this is far greater than what you're trying to do. This will absolutely prove it, and the reason because it can't be falsified. That's the problem. Whereas what you're doing, you know what I mean, is subjective. This is objective. Number five, data cannot be falsified. So if the data that you're given, that you pay for, right, comes back and it's not what is experienced by commercial pilots or pilots in general, then it'll be obvious that that data is falsified. So if the pitch data is showing when it's read to be incorrect, then it'll be spotted immediately by every pilot. Every commercial pilot in the world is, you know what I mean, will be able to spot that's wrong. That's not the pitch data. That's not the pitch that we hold or the pitch changes that we make throughout a flight. So it can't be falsified. Nobody can give you false pitch data. So if the data is supporting a flat plane, right, or supporting a globe, you can then take that data and verify this with commercial pilots, right? Number six, data is objective, so it cannot be argued with. Data can't be argued with. Official data can't be argued with. Someone can hand wave away. I can video for 6 hours the attitude indicator on a commercial airliner, but that someone can hand wave that away. But if you have data that's directly from Boeing or Cathay Pacific or British Airways or whatever, nobody can hand wave that away. That is official data, right? It can't be argued with. It's objective. It's not subjective, right? Because the problem is that subjective thing, what you're doing is subjective, right? That's the problem with it. It's subjective. It means absolutely nothing to me, what you're doing. Your present position of what you're doing in Antarctica. That wouldn't, no matter what you see, that wouldn't change my position. And I'm sure it's the other way around, could be the same. So data is objective when it comes from an official source, especially the pitch data of an airplane of commercial air travel. It can't be argued with. Number seven, possible saving of money and funds. You might end up saving money this way, so it costs you less to get a much better outcome. Who wouldn't go for that? Who wouldn't go for that? It would cost you less to get a much better outcome. It's a no-brainer. It's an absolute no-brainer. Number eight, everybody can be given the data. So it's not something, but let's just say 10 people go to Antarctica and look up at the sky and they say they saw this, that, or the other thing, or they take a few videos. That is not everyone. Everyone has to just accept that that's what happened and they were in Antarctica for definite and they saw this and this actually happened and blah, blah, blah. And is the video real? Are these videos real or fake? Because there's been fake Antarctica 24-hour sun videos, all this stuff. So that, you don't have to deal with any of that because the data can be given to absolutely everyone who requests it. Everyone who requests to see that data and have it independently checked can. So if I'm a globe earther in Wisconsin, I can get that data, I can bring it to my cousin who's a commercial pilot or my whoever, or and I can get it verified. Same way for a flat earther in Texas can do the same thing, right? Or in Mongolia, it doesn't matter. Everyone can be given the data, right? So it's not something that only a few people experience. It's something that everyone can be given. And number 9, most importantly, no need to rely upon a celestial observation. There being a 24-hour sun in Antarctica, right, in the summertime, will never change my position. I will not, that doesn't mean anything to me, right? Absolutely, it means absolutely nothing to me. Because all it means to me is that the sky is still a mystery. That's all it means to me. It doesn't change how the Earth is measured, doesn't change anything that I've experienced over the past 9 years. It doesn't change a thing for me. And there's plenty of other flat earthers out there who are the same. Now, look at the other side. If there isn't a 24-hour sun to be viewed in Antarctica, as it seems that there isn't. That's the thing. It seems that there isn't. Even some of the companies that bring people to Antarctica say there isn't any 24-hour sun in the Antarctic summer. If there isn't, that doesn't mean that there's not going to be globe earthers who will go against it and say it doesn't matter. I'm still that doesn't mean that that's not going to happen, right? So pitch data is the way to go. If you were genuinely serious about proving whether it's flat or a globe, and you're willing to pay money to prove that, then the pitch data from several commercial flights, international flights, from different companies or whatever, that absolutely proves it. There's no if, buts, or maybe. The pitch data shows whether that pilot is accounting for Earth curve or not. And if they're not accounting for Earth curve, it's flat. If they are accounting for Earth curve, it's shown in the pitch data. It'll be shown. It'll be a consistent pitch change, right? So there's no need to rely upon a celestial observation. No need to have something that's subjective because people can't. Like, I mean, I know for definite that the celestials are a mystery to us. So whatever is happening in the celestials means nothing to me as far as the Earth I live upon and I experience. So whatever is happening in the celestials means nothing to me. But if you show me pitch data that's verified, that can be verified by every commercial pilot and every airline company in the world to be correct and true, and that does show that pitch data matches the corrections that you would have to make to fly around the globe of radius 3,959 miles, then I can't argue with that, can I? I can't argue. I can't talk about anything subjective at that point. It's purely objective. It is what it is. But the same for you. If it doesn't show that pilots are correcting for Earth curvature, then you have an objective truth. There's no way around it. You've got to accept it's flat. So, Pastor Duffy, this is what I'm requesting from you. And I have to say that if you do not go along with this plan, then not just me, but basically the whole of Flat Earth will have zero trust in you. Because this absolutely proves or disproves. Your plan does not. This proves or disproves. So if you decide to not go along with this, you decide to ignore it, or you decide to do whatever, right, that isn't this, right, then nobody will have any trust in you. Because that means you're looking for confirmation bias of some kind that you may not even get. You probably won't get it with what you're trying to do, right? Even bad weather could stop you from seeing it, even if it was there, right? As opposed to doing something that would definitely prove or disprove the situation. Because trust means everything. And if you're looking to do something that's purely subjective, then that means nothing. That means nothing. So I would say that, to be honest with you, really have no other choice. You have to do this. That's it. This is the way. If you say that you're serious and you actually want to put your money forward and prove or disprove whether it's flat or a globe, then this is it. Because Antarctica and the 24-hour Antarctic sun is not going to change anything. So if you're really serious, this is it. And if you're not going down this road, then nobody's going to trust you. Absolutely no one. Because this proves or disproves the situation. End of story. Thanks for watching.